Hello everyone, this is Dave from Dave's Wreaths and Things, and today I'm going to be creating a simple and easy autumn wreath that you can transition into Halloween. So, why don't we get started, and I'll show you the materials list. I have a wooden embroidery hoop, and I also have some twine, some black floral wire, pipe cleaner, some ribbon of your choice. This is 2.5 inches. And I also have this floral pick that I got from Michael's. And here we go. So I have my little hoop wreath. This is a wooden hoop wreath. They have a screw at the end, and there's normally 2 pieces to this. So I'm just going to use that outside piece, and I'm also going to keep that little screw in there at the bottom so it stays together. How I'm going to start this off is just a little dab of glue right at the top. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the end of my twine, and I'm going to create a little bit of an adhesive, I guess, to it. I'm going to adhere it to the wood. Hold it there for a few seconds. Give it a good wrap around and make sure I have a good start just to see how tight I want it and how close I want them. So I'm just kind of experimenting. I'm going to hold it there in the glue for just a little bit to make sure it's dry. And then all I'm going to do, really nice and simple, is you just wrap it around, and wrap it around over and over again, as you can see that I'm doing right here. And I'm going to do that right until the very end, until the entire hoop wreath is covered. And all in all, this took me about maybe 15 minutes to do. It doesn't take that long. I know it seems tedious, but it's well worth it in the end. And once I come to the very end, my last few wraparounds, I take some more glue, dab that down, and then I'm going to secure it in place and make sure it doesn't unravel. We do not want that. And just hold it in place for a little bit in the glue, get that glue to dry a little bit, and you'll see in a second I just take my scissors and I cut off the excess. And then for that little piece that's hanging there, I'm just going to take a little more glue and glue that down. And hold it in place. And there you have it. You have your twine wrapped hoop wreath. That's all ready to go. Now I did wrap around the screw, but I'm actually going to cover that with the floral pick and everything. And speaking of floral picks, here's the floral pick that I got from Michael's. Now this one is a little bit expensive. It was $29.99, but it was on sale. They had all their autumn and fall stuff on sale, so I got a really good bargain for it. It's got pumpkins, it's got these little beaded things, pine cones, these really cool leaves that look like feathers, and of course different colored maple leaves. Of course I'm Canadian, so I'm all about that. But this is the floral pick that I'm going to use today. And with some wire and scissors, we're going to get started disassembling that pick and attaching it. I've had a lot of requests that ask me to show my process when I do wreaths like this. So this one I thought was a perfect example to show you how I disassemble it. I just kind of take wire cutters and I take it all apart, and then I kind of decide in clumps how I want to do it. So this is the first step in my process. I just disassemble everything, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gather up a couple of those pieces, kind of see which goes with what and how I want it to look. And then after I do that, I kind of separate them. I attach them to the wire frame, or not the wire frame, to the twine wrapped wooden hoop. I'm so used to saying wireframe, but this is my process. I kind of take my time with it, see what I want to go where, put it all together, and then once I'm happy with that, you'll see in a moment how I attach it to the frame there. And as I'm just showing you at the bottom, I'm going to cover that little spot there. And all I do is I'm going to put a curve to match the hoop to attach it to, and I'm going to take a piece of that black floral wire. You can use green floral wire, or you can use floral tape as well. But for this wreath, I have shown in the past as well how to do a wreath that you can disassemble. So this one you can totally disassemble and use the floral pick again, but I just wrap it around a couple of times and then I kind of position it onto the hoop. And once I'm happy with the positioning, I'm going to take that wire and start wrapping it around both the floral pick and the hoop. You'll see it here. And I just go down all the way to the end of the stem just to make sure it's nice and secure. And again, like I said before, the beauty part of this is if you want to change it up, you can totally take this pick off. There's no hot glue involved. It's just a matter of unwinding that wire. And I'm going to do it again on the other side. Grab a couple of stems, put them together, shape them to the curve of the hoop, and then I'm just going to grab some more of that black floral wire that I've already cut, wrap it around a little bit, and then I'm going to wrap it around the hoop itself. And for this, I'm not really worried about the stems showing because, as you'll see in a minute, I am actually going to put a bow there that's going to cover everything. So again, I'm just wrapping it all around, making sure it's nice and secure. And there we go. That's the start of my autumn wreath, and now I'm going to take this gold polka dotted ribbon that I got at Michael's and I'm going to create a simple bow. I start off with a 2.5 inch wired ribbon, and this ribbon does have the polka dots on one side, so that's the good side, and here this is just a little piece for the tail at the very end that I have. And like I was saying, they have a good side and a bad side, if you will. So you always want that good side to show. And for me, I find it easier to take the ribbon off of the spool. And all I'm doing here is I'm face down with the ribbon facing away from me. I'm going to overlap it just a little bit. Now, these are going to be the smallest loops. And then what you do is you pinch and twist right in the middle, because you always want that good side in this sample facing down. And then I take my finger, place it at the very end. I'm going to create a little bit of a longer loop this time. Again, pinch in the middle, give it a little twist so the good side faces down, flip over your bundle, straighten it out a little bit, and then I'm going to do the same process again. A finger length longer, flip that over, pinch the middle, give it a good twist, and then we're just going to repeat that whole process until all of our ribbon is used. Now, if you have a double-sided ribbon, you don't have to worry about doing the twist in the center. You can just flip it over and flip it over, and that'll create your bow as well. But the reason for the twist is such that I can get the good side facing out and we don't see that blank side when we go to arrange our ribbon. And I'm almost done. I usually take my time with this. I am not a master bow maker, but these bows I really enjoy. They're nice, they're simple, easy to do. Anyone can do it, and you can use any ribbon whatsoever. I've used this technique with Michael's, ribbon from Michael's, ribbons that I've ordered online, and the dollar store ribbons as well. And I'm just going to flip over my last piece, meet that in the center. I'm going to make sure everything is facing down. Then I'm just going to squish that center, and I'm just going to put that in between my two fingers to hold it. And this is where your pipe cleaner comes in. This is a full-length pipe cleaner, folded in half, and then I'm just going to wrap it around everything, making it really secure. So I want to make sure that the bow doesn't unravel, so I'm giving a couple of really good twists. And then I'm going to find the center once more, lay it face down, open up those pipe cleaners, and here is where my little piece comes in for the tail. And to finish off my tails, I usually just cut on an angle, which creates a beautiful dovetail, and it gives it a really nice finish right at the very end. Again, fold it over, cut on an angle, and then you've got those beautiful dovetail finishes. Then I'm going to flip it over face side down, scrunch it in the middle, give it a little fold, and then I'm going to put it in between those pipe cleaners there. And then I'm going to give it another good twist, making sure it's nice and secure. And I'm not going to cut my pipe cleaners, because what I'm going to use for those is to wrap it around the hoop and attach it. And then all you have to do is you just fluff it up and spread it all out, getting that bow nice and full. And you'll just see me here tinkering around with it, spreading it out. Now, of course, you can use a couple of ribbons for this. You can use different ribbons if you want. The same ribbon, but if you want it fuller, you can use another ribbon. But here is a nice basic bow. And we'll bring back our wreath and our bow, and now it's time to attach it to our wreath. And all I'm going to do here is just flip over that wreath. I'm going to try not to squish everything, so I'm going to hold it up just a little bit. And then I'm just going to position that bow. And then once I kind of position it, I'm going to flip it over before I tie it on, just to make sure it is where I want it to be, and it is. And now I'm just going to give it a couple of really good twists, make sure it's nice and secure, and then I'll chop off the excess. So let's flip this over for our final product. I have a little bit of fluffing to do on my bow. It got all wrinkled and everything, but I'm going to fluff that all up. And then once I'm done, boom, we have a very simple and easy autumn fall wreath with a beautiful gold polka dotted bow. I love how this turned out. Look at that, those floral pick, that was just amazing. I just love it so much. And of course, the beauty part of this is you can totally transition this wreath using the same pick and the same back, or hoop I should say, into the next season. Of course, what happens after this? Halloween! So just by creating this bow, this is a black bow with gold skulls on it, I can take that polka dotted ribbon off and replace it with this skull bow, and you've got a really beautiful Halloween wreath. Of course, I still kept my polka dotted bow for next year, but what a great way to transition a wreath from one season to the next. What do you think? Yeah? I like it too. I just want to take 2 seconds to let you know I am on Instagram. So I'm at daveswreaths. Why don't you come on by, hit me up, follow, like, comment, and I'm also on Facebook. So check all my links down below. I also have a wreath group and crafting group on Facebook, so come check it out and let me know you're there. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you had fun. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.